It's singles match time as Total Action Wrestling takes us down to Dunstable. It's the young blood versus the veteran. It's over to the killer and the mastermind.
Thank you very much, MC Critis. So we're back at the Dunstable Leisure Centre. Huge match coming up for you now. Awaiting the entrance of the first participant. And here we see young Kaii Payne. Now, not to be confused, of course, with my broadcast colleague, Killer Kyle Brand. Kai, what do you make of Kaii?
You know, I absolutely love Kaii Payne. I loved him ever since I saw him in the TAW Academy. He was wrestling straight from a young kid a couple of months ago, and just look how high he's raised already in the TAW roster.
I mean, he is the rate of ascension of this kid right now. He's going to be a world heavyweight champion by next weekend if he carries on going the way he is. But tonight we have got a very special test for this young man. We've got one of the, in Kaii Payne, one of the more up and coming, I don't want to say green, but you know, he hasn't quite got an experience edge over anybody, really.
It is the experience edge that Kaii does not possess. However, he has got so much potential, so much punch and power within those kicks, which you'll probably see tonight. You know, he's one for the future. The more experienced opponents he will come up against, the more experience he will get, and you know, the more quality it will come out.
That's it. And tonight he is up against one of the longest serving members of the TAW roster. Here we see Samson coming out. The fans absolutely love this guy. So he's been wrestling for longer than we've been commentating, which granted, you know, a lot of people have. But I mean, this guy, he's kind of been around the block. He's seen it all. I don't think there's an awful lot that Samson hasn't seen or experienced inside the squared circle.
Now, of course, what you've got is the unpredictability of Kaii Payne up against the veteran, the more experienced in Samson. Of course, the smaller agile against the bigger, more powerful, as you can see in the body structure of Kaii, and of course Samson, as Kaii leaves the vicinity of the ring as Samson climbs up on top. And you know what, the crowd absolutely loves Samson. They have done for many years. Of course, a multi-TAW heavyweight champion, and quite rightly so.
That's it. He's held the TAW title. He's been tag champion. I'm pretty sure the only belt he hasn't held is the women's championship. But of course, that's going to be an uphill struggle for him. It's going to cost a lot in surgery if he really wants to go that far. But as you say, we've got the inexperience of Kaii Payne versus just the sheer experience of Samson.
And of course, as I've heard rightly, Samson has been at the TAW, the management, and thinking, why am I up against someone like Kaii Payne? He doesn't deserve to be in the same ring as me. But you know what, Samson being the competitor, not backing down by any challenge, he's come into the ring. Fair play to him. He's going to take on Kaii.
I think ultimately, with Samson being around for as long as he has been in TAW, I mean, he sees just what we see in Kaii Payne. He sees a young guy coming up through the ranks. And it's almost like he's testing the water. He doesn't want to admit that this kid could be the future unless he goes through him, really.
Well, yeah, like you say, Kaii, I think everybody around TAW would say Kaii is, he's going to be a future heavyweight champion. If he's not, I'm seriously going to lose my house, because I put my mortgage on Kaii Payne being a future heavyweight champion. And of course, I think Samson is in this to just prove that Kaii, you're not there yet.
Well, of course. But as I say, Samson very much sees this ring as his yard, and if anyone's going to be challenging, you know, for any sort of gold in his yard, then he needs to know they've got what it takes. And tonight is going to be very much a feeling out process. I think he's going to see what Kai's got to bring. Yeah, so you mentioned that unpredictability. I think it's definitely an essence of innovation and freshness from Kaii. I mean, this kid, you know, he doesn't necessarily have a job that he commits to as much as Samson may do. He's got the time to kind of sit on the internet and watch tapes and learn moves. Samson very much working from a playbook that served him well for the past decade. So it's going to be an interesting clash of styles for sure.
Well, of course, like you said, it's going to be a feeling out process, and at the moment Samson is, as you can see, on top of Kaii Payne, just showing him a couple of the old veteran moves.
Wrenching back on the neck. Brilliant camera work from our man on the ground down there. I mean, this is just this is just showing exactly what Samson's all about. He is the power, and he's got that power advantage over Kaii Payne. But as you say, Kaii, he's quick, he's agile. There's not a lot of him to get a hold of, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Of course, Samson showing Kaii, anything you can do, I can do better. And as he's got his foot on the top of Kaii Payne's lovely face, and of course a knee into that shoulder, that's going to really do some damage coming up against the painkiller.
Well, that's it. Ultimately, we've got two interesting movesets here. I mean, like you say, you know firsthand exactly what a kick to the face from Kaii Payne feels like. Samson, he's got a number of moves that have served him well. He'll be looking to hit that fisherman buster or even the tombstone pile driver. Kai's got his painkiller. He's got just a plethora of kicks. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because if Kaii can get any momentum up, any speed, and just get away from Samson for 5 seconds, he's got that speed and agility to swing the match in his favour at the drop of a hat.
I mean, that move there just proved Samson's experience, because as you see, he had him in some sort of armbar, sort of leg locky kind of move. And you see Kaii trying to kick out of that, trying to kick up and try and get out of it, but Samson really had hold. And in the end, it took Kaii to wrap his his legs round the rope just for the referee, Christian, to break it.
I think it shows that this guy he might be new to the ring, but he still knows a thing or two. He's not completely naive to things. He knew that he had the ring awareness to break the hold. But as you say, he was fighting out. He's got a lot of height. He's got a lot of energy. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Samson has got the endurance to maybe take this. Oh look, outsmarting Kaii Payne though. But has Samson got the endurance to last as long as Kaii can in the ring? But look at that open slap.
It certainly was. Samson proving he was a bit unpredictable. And of course, as we were on about earlier on in this matchup, Kaii Payne is unpredictable. I don't think Samson saw that slap coming. And if you see Samson's face right now, he's not happy about that slap to the face.
That's it. I think it just shows that Kaii doesn't really have any level of respect for anybody at the moment. Samson bringing him in the hard way, and that's ultimately what this is all about. I think Samson wants to show Kaii that he needs to respect the people in the locker room. That he needs to respect his elders. As you were, that vicious back elbow from Samson.
Of course, I see Samson now. He's just ramping up that power, isn't he? We come out of chain wrestling. I'm going to show you what I can do. And we're now starting to come into a bit of the power holds that Samson's going for. Oh, that's a powerful snap suplex there.
Snap suplex there with authority, and Kaii kicking out. That's what it is. Like you say, Kaii he needs to learn that respect, and like you say, Samson's starting to kind of see exactly what Kaii Payne is all about, and he's not going to stand for it.
He's not, and of course, at this moment in time, he's got Samson down on the floor. Kaii really needs to capitalise on that, maybe a bit more, maybe not go for the pin, but a kick to the face or something. You know what Kai's all about, as we'll probably see later on in this match. I'm not sure chokehold is acceptable, certainly when you're coming up against Samson. You know what, everybody loves Samson. You should probably go for the more power moves, power punches, power kicks.
I think ultimately Kaii, he knows that he doesn't have that power advantage. He has to do whatever he physically can do to get the big man down, and it's worked. He's taken the air away from Samson, and he's kind of working, choking again. Ultimately, this kid's got to do whatever he can to keep him down. Look at that.
That's some press-ups there. Probably out of the tailor-made handbook of wrestling.
Well, I say we know he's been hanging around tailor-made an awful lot lately. And that's definitely been almost to blame for his recent attitude with someone like TaylorMade whispering in your ear.
Of course, Samson ducking that one.
We're going for a atomic drop and a second one.
That is really going to hurt your tailbone. You get connected on that one properly, and of course Samson looked like he has, and getting Kaii down and going to the top rope. I don't think this is the best one for Samson to do.
Nice little elbow drop.
Just a 2 count there.
Still not quite enough to put Kaii Payne away. I say don't write this kid off just because he's inexperienced. I say he's got a lot of height, he's got a lot of fight in him, and Samson really has got his work cut out for him, I think, if he wants to get Kai's shoulders pinned for the 3 count.
I think Kaii was a bit slow going in for the run up there as Samson kicks him to the face. However, Kaii, they say he might be new to this industry, but he's certainly not a dummy. Oh!
And then we see a dive over the top rope from Kaii Payne.
Oh, look at his face. He knew he loves that. And, of course, Samson not expecting that one whatsoever. Reeling on the floor at the moment. Of course, Kaii getting him back into the ring.
I think Samson used to those kind of old school type, type catch can wrestling, with lots of groundwork and stuff. He's not necessarily used to this kind of innovative and high risk offense.
Oh, a DDT
like
there.
Kaii Payne.
1, 2. Oh, did you see that unconvincing kick out from Samson?
This is the thing. I'll say Samson. He's been around the block a few times. This isn't his first dance. Guaranteed that Kai's going to have more energy in him than Samson does at this stage. And the longer this match goes, I think it genuinely does favour Kaii Payne.
You know what? I'm watching this with you, obviously, like the fans, and I can actually see Kaii Payne coming away with this. Hang on a minute. Samson's got him up. 1, 2.
Not quite. Just shows though that he might not, even though the endurance might be a question. Samson, he's got that mental ability, that mental edge throughout this match.
He certainly has. And I thought Kaii Payne was really on top of Samson. I was really worried. Oh, bulldog there.
Running bulldog.
Samson on the outside. What's he going to do? He's going to roly-poly over the top. Oh!
Nice diving elbow drop there from Samson.
2.
Still just the 2 count. Kaii Payne really does not want to be kind of shown up here by the wily veteran.
The wily veteran, I think, is getting annoyed by this young lad. He's picking him up, trying to release him. However, Kaii Payne's back. Oh,
twisting neck break. I'm not sure if he got all of it, but still, both men are now down.
It was enough to get Samson down, and Kaii again, he's looking back on top. No, I thought Kaii had this. 1, 2, and again, Samson, unconvincing kick out there. I thought Kaii had this until Samson kind of got back, and I thought, you know what, this can go either way, Mastermind. This could go either way at the moment.
Well, I say if we know anything about the great sport of wrestling, we know that anything could happen at any time. And so you can just see now Kaii still, he's looking fresher out of the 2 men in the ring right now.
He certainly is. And I
thought just trying to wear Samson down.
He is, and of course, a frustration there. A similar frustration to what we saw Samson get earlier when Kaii slapped him, just unpredictably slapped him around the face. And of course, that's when this match really started ramping up.
Let's see what Kaii Payne's got in mind. And once again, running into the boot, just taking a little bit too much time to play to the crowd, turning it inside out. What a clothesline from Samson. And once again, both men down on the canvas. Samson looked like he's feeling the effects of this match.
Certainly he is, and I think Kaii Payne's feeling the effect of that clothesline. Wow, what a... I don't know how high he went off the ground there.
Took him out of his boots, and another suplex there by Samson.
Samson back to life. Ow!
That's that enziguri kick.
That's what we were on about earlier.
And a second one.
Those kicks pack a punch. I can't tell you enough. I'm about to call you Samson, Mastermind.
I wish I had that physique, but you could just see this. Kaii Payne hitting one enziguri kick. It kind of rocked the big guy. It kind of took him off his, it didn't quite take him off his feet, but caught him off guard. And hit him with the second one. We're going to see the painkiller.
Painkiller. He's got it.
Is that game over?
It is game over.
Put him away.
1, 2.
No! Oh! Samson kicking out. That is usually it. I mean, we've seen the training matches involving Kaii Payne and other members of the training school, and that is usually all it takes. But Samson just proving it's going to take that little bit more just to put the big guy away.
Again, this is experience that Kaii will learn. You need to work more on his opponent, get him down first, beat him down first before he connects with that painkiller. However, Kai's going up to the top rope. What's got in mind here? Don't do it, Kaii.
He's going high risk. What's he got
in mind? He's going
for a swanton. Oh!
And he's missed. Samson's moved out of the way. He's got enough life in him. He certainly has.
Yes, I wasn't sure if Samson had that left in him.
Tombstone. Tombstone.
Now that has got to be it.
It is.
Kaii Payne bouncing off his head.
2, 3.
That's it. That is all over. What a match. What a match. And I mean, Samson walking away with the victory, but take nothing away from Kaii Payne. It was far from a walk in the park for Samson.
I think Kaii, again, I want to pick out two parts in that match. Kaii was a bit slow doing his attacks into the turnbuckle when he had Samson there. And of course, moments in that match, Samson obviously saw Kaii coming at him, had enough time to hit him. However, just look at this enziguri.
Enziguri kicks straight to the back of the head. And Samson, look at that, mouth open, and Kaii sees that he didn't quite have the effect, and hits the second one. Just ruthless for the young man. But that's the turning point right there. Missing that swanton dive off the top rope. Samson noticing that he's got an opening and picking the young guy up.
Like it was absolutely nothing, and tombstone straight on his head.
Straight on the back of his head. What a match. An absolute match, and I can't wait to see what Kaii comes out of. If he ever watches this match back, he's going to have to take notes of where he went wrong. Basically, our advice: be quicker when you go into the turnbuckle. And you know what? I still think he's going to be a future heavyweight champion,
without a doubt. But for Figure 4 TV, I've been the Mastermind Ollie Spring.
Of course, I've been the Killer Kyle Brand.
Check out YouTube for all our other matches. We'll see you next time.
Now,